are Danza Azteca Tenochtitlan, and this is Dance, Culture, and Religion.
Polly here, I'm in downtown LA. We have been invited to come and check out this press screening. It's actually a press conference of this Aztec dance group that came from Mexico, entered legally, paperwork and all, and their feathered costumes were pulled. Their sacred art, possessions, their religious practice, part of their religious practice was pulled. The Department of Agriculture, whatever it's called, pulled them, and it's a whole hubbub now. Just to show you that with the slant, whenever you're invited, wherever you're invited, you got to go and you got to be part of the community. Okay, let's roll video. Orale.
Here's the thing. What I like doing is basic community service. It's a nonprofit. Showing awareness of our culture, I believe it's something that we should all be proud of. And being thankful, for a country that is allowing us to show that. But when you get treated as a criminal, it brings you back to questioning yourself if you're doing it right or wrong. What is it wrong of what I did? It was feathers that were passed on for 50 years. That is a crime that I don't feel that I did. I walked in there, I'm walking out, it's disappointing, and it questions you of what are we doing? Is it right or is it wrong?
We're here with Jaime Gutierrez, a great lawyer, great for the people. What's the I thought you were fist bumping. What's the basic 401? They're Aztec dancers.
Yes.
Indigenous to Mexico.
Yes.
They're religious possessions, and they were basically robbed of them. And it sounds like she was, the lady in question here, your client. It sounds like she was treated like a damn criminal, man.
She was. They said you didn't claim the feathers. Well, if it's for personal use, for religious use, and it's something that you're not selling, then you don't really have to declare it. And so that's what she thought. And when she picked up her family from the airport to go to San Jose, because there were invited guests from the city of San Jose for the Mexica New Year, the whole car was taken apart.
So crowd, international, national, these people were invited to to an event, paperwork all done. This is all formal. Right. This is a cultural exchange almost.
Yes, it is.
It is. It's not almost. You're right.
Yeah.
And this is the treatment that you're seeing too in America, kind of like that Mexican American, lower than the indigenous kind of treatment, where we should all be treated the same.
Right. I agree. So the Mexica, the Aztec culture, is being revived throughout the Southwest by all Mexicans. We see the virtue and the beauty in it, and their philosophies and the practices and the feathers. And if she had been crossing with rosaries and Bibles, she wouldn't have gotten stopped. They wouldn't have been confiscated. But because they were feathers, and there's total disregard and insensitivity by some of those agents who don't have a clue.
And ignorance,
big time. And the irony is that Deb Haaland, who is the Department of Interior Secretary, is a Native American. She's Pueblo Indian from New Mexico. And she needs to start teaching, she needs to put a mandate out that, look, if these are for indigenous religious purposes, you need to let them go. You need to allow that to happen, because they have an international right to practice their religion as well as a constitutional right.
And really quickly, guys, for millions of Chicanos, Mexican Americans like ourselves, it's a direct cultural line to our past, to Mexico. You've seen this on the channel. You know this. I thought it was really interesting and relevant. Gracias, Jaime.
No problem, bro. Thanks for coming, man. Latino Slam, baby.
Thank you.